Okay guys, so this is going to be a quick little video over how to solve quadratics by factoring. We should be relatively good about factoring. Now, so in order to solve any sort of quadratic or any other function other than deal with x's, we always have to set it equal to 0, okay? So first step is to move everything over and set it equal to 0. So what are the factors of 30 that give you a negative 6? So it should be x minus 6 and x plus 5. Then we're going to set each parentheses equal to 0. So we get x is equal to 6 and x is equal to a negative 5. The next one, we're going to move the 10x over. So 3x squared minus 10x minus 8 is equal to 0. If you want to do PSF on this one, let's go and do it. So your product is going to be negative 24x squared. Your sum is going to be a negative 10x. So factors of that are going to be negative 12x and plus 2x. Okay, they have to multiply to be a negative 24 and add to be a negative 10. Okay, so when we go to break this down, it's going to be 3x squared minus 12x plus 2x minus 8. Factor your first two terms, last two terms. So this is going to be 3x. This is going to be x minus 4. They have a 2 in common over here. So it's 3x plus 2 and x minus 4 is equal to 0. So we're going to set each one of those parentheses equal to 0. So we should get x is equal to a negative 2/3 and x is equal to 4. Next one, let's factor out GCF. So they have an x in common. So we get x times x minus 2 is equal to 0. We set the x equal to 0 and the parentheses equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 2. Some of you are going to forget about this x on the outside, so anytime you factor something out, like an x, you have to set it equal to 0. The only time it won't be equal to 0 if, say, that was a 4, okay? Next one, we want to move everything over to one side, set equal to 0. So I'm going to move everything over to the right side, minus 24. Now, all these terms have a 2 in common. So let's factor out 2. Let's make our lives easier. Okay, so factors of a negative 12 that give you a negative 4. It's going to be negative 6 and positive 2. Okay, so we get x is equal to 6 and x is equal to a negative 2. Now, this is what I was just talking about in the last example. If a number's on the outside of 2, 2 will never equal to 0. So it's not going to give you an answer. Okay. Now we have a difference of squares right here. So difference of squares factors 2. X plus 6 and x minus 6 set equal to 0. So this is x is equal to negative 6 and x is equal to 6. Okay. So this has been solving quadratics by factoring. So you should be really good at factoring by now. We did 3 worksheets over it. So hopefully this made sense. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks and have a good night.